Hello everyone, welcome back to another 1v1 battle for Warhammer. I am bringing the new and improved Wood Elves since the hotfix patch that increases the range of most of their archers and other buffs here and there. And we are facing off against the Greenskins. So I'm bringing a skirmish heavy army with the two Glade Riders, one of which is the Hagbane Tips. I'm trying out the Deepwood Scouts, which their range has also been increased by plus 20 and their damage increased by 4. Is that right? I don't know about the damage, but I know the range was increased. So they're up to 135. They have the Stalk, and this is my first time really trying them. I also brought two Wild Riders, our Glade Lord and the Spellslinger of Life are both mounted on some horses. Then for my main infantry line that's back here, we have multiple Eternal Guards with shields, and then two War Dancers. Then for the Greenskin player, we have two Orc Boar Boy Biggins, two Biggins, front line of Orc Boys, two Orc Error Boys, Durusty Archers, or Durusty Errors? Durusty Errors. Orc War Boss, Goblin Big Boss, Hammer of Gork, two Squig Herds, and then the Goblin Wolf Archer Renown unit. So my opponent also kind of brought a lot of range, which I'm really surprised about, since normal Glade Guard can out-skirmish these Orc Error Boys to death with their 180 range now. But I did not bring any of those in this battle, because I like heavily fast skirmish tactics for the Wood Elves, at least so far. I'll play other ways here soon. But anyway, we are going to move up our skirmishing contingent up here to try and attack these Orc Boar Boy Biggins who have no shield. The Hammer of Gork, which has been buffed up in the last patch with its accuracy and its reload skill just because it's a renowned unit, is pretty accurate even against very mobile Wild Riders, who I'm going to continue to try and move back and forth to dodge those Hammer of Gork shots, but it's still going to get a lot of hits in, which is crazy that it can hit very fast moving cav. So you can see they're going to be bringing up the Morgrub's Mangy Marauders, but we do have these two Deepwood Scouts who are now out of stock because they are close enough to this unit, and they are going to start unleashing their very high damage missile attacks. And you can see just one salvo deals kind of a lot of damage to these poor Mangy Marauders. And in the back, my mobile unit of Wild Riders still getting hit by that Hammer of Gork. Again, even fast movers don't have much chance against dodging those shots. Orc Arrow Boys are going to get in range to try and fire on our Glade Riders. We're going to send some shots down there. I'm also pulling in my Wild Riders, and I'm going to be sending a Spellslinger into combat. I don't see the Durusty Arrows quite yet, but we will as soon as my Spellslinger gets closer. And then we're going to charge them. We're going to charge in with the Wild Riders and this Wild Rider group. Unfortunately, my micro is pretty stretched thin at this point because my micro is not that great. So I'm going to net these guys, and both of these Wild Riders are supposed to charge at the same time, but I forgot to give this unit its orders. So we're going to send one Wild Rider unit. It's going to get countercharged by the Orc Boar Boy Biggins and these Orc Biggins. I'm going to cast a heal spell and actually try to pull them out, seeing that my other group is so far away. So there goes the heal. Trying to get some damage with the Deepwood Scouts over here, and our hero who's back here firing, and then the Glade Riders coming back to support as well. But even with the heal spell, these Glade Riders, or Wild Riders, are going to get a lot of damage done to them. To be expected in a combat like this with the Orc Biggins and Boar Boy Biggins. There goes another heal spell to try and get these Wild Riders back up to full strength with the models they have left. And this one was supposed to be pulled out at this point. What a gork. But again, managing a lot of units at the same time is not my strong suit, so these are going to be sent in to die, unfortunately. They were supposed to be pulled out when this unit was pulled out, but again, I just forgot to give them the orders. But that was the idea. Still getting some decent damage on these Orc Boar Boy Biggins, though, with all of our range. There goes the Arrow of Kernos ability on these Orc Biggin units. And you can see these units are healing. I think they've reached their max, though. Yeah, with the models that they have left. And at least we're getting some decent damage with the Deepwood Scouts over here, who are now going to be threatened by these Squig Herds. And I'm going to be intercepting them with the Wild Riders soon, but I want them to be spread out from the Orc Biggin group back here. So we're going to wait just a little bit, try and draw the Squig Herd out just a tad. At the same time, I am going to start moving our army up to, I think about here will be the line that I'm going to move my army up to. So we're going to get some shots in on these Squig Herds. And pretty cool, the Deepwood Scouts, they still do fire while in melee. Kind of like Free Company Militia. So we're going to get some shots point blank, and then we're going to get a rear charge, and then we're going to cast another heal spell on all three of these units. Meanwhile, we are being chased by the Orc Boys and the Orc Biggin units. The Orc War Boss is going to be coming out here with another Orc Boar Boy Biggin. And then the Orc Shaman's coming over here as well. Right now, we're just trying to kite the Orc War Boss, and again, because I'm microing a lot of things at once, our Glade Lord is actually going to get caught here, so we're going to pop the Potion of Toughness. I'm going to try and net this Orc War Boss in place to focus it down with some Archer Fire, as we're still trying to withdraw with the Deepwood Scouts, and we're getting our infantry up close to support against this push with the Orc Boys. The rest of our infantry is going to line up kind of like this to just hold off the rest of the boys that are coming eventually. Still getting some nice shots in on these orc boys. Honestly, I should have taken off fire at will because this is kind of wasted against orc boys. There we get the net off on the orc war boss, and we're trying to focus him down. But you can see the accuracy of the skirmish cav is not that great. So not really ideal for bringing down single targets, but I really wanted to try and get the orc war boss out of there. So the goblin big boss is going to come in here and actually rout our glade lord. I'm going to cast a heal spell on her, luckily, with the spell singer, who is also going to be routed from the big boss. This, I believe, because you saw the orc shaman moving up, they probably cast that spell when the glade lord was sitting there, but then the orc shaman had to actually move up into range, so they just forgot to cancel that spell when we moved. So this was another miss micro as I was trying to withdraw our glade lord, and now I'm trying to deal with the front line of Eternal Guard and the war dancers. Now you can see one war dancer is engaged with a orc war boy here. Wild riders coming back in to try and harass this retreating units, and my archers are moving. So my spell singer gets caught by the big boss and the war boss, so she is going to be routed off the field as we try to continually just apply damage, range damage to this orc war boss. Getting our one decently sized wild rider back in as the other one is again dealing with these orc boys that are routing. Infantry line is going to be kind of just standard melee fest as these orc boys are going to charge us. We're going to charge in the war dancers to the left, and they're going to be hitting the orc biggin, and then the Eternal Guard are just going to hold the front line. Meanwhile, my second war dancer is going to be going over here to try and support my skirmishing fight because they are very powerful melee combatants. And you can see we have engaged the orc war boss. We are routing that one orc biggin group, and now we're going to get a rear charge with our glade lord, and we're going to rout off the orc war boss with all of our range fire and the glade lord. And then we're going to rout off the goblin big boss soon-ish. His leadership is going to take a big hit when the war boss routs off the field, and that's going to have him rout. Should be about right now. There we go. Now his leadership is affected because their leader has been routed off the field. So then we're going to rout this guy off the field. This group of orc war boy biggins were trying to assault my war dancers, but we hit him with the net from our glade lord just in time when we do a counter charge with war dancers. Without the charge bonus, the orc war boy biggin attack stats really crappy. 20 attack and 18 defense is basically like a minor, a dwarf minor. So they are getting torn to shreds by those war dancers. A third foot of Gork being dropped on our Deepwood scouts over here. The front line has been engaged, so this is just a massive melee between orc boys and our Eternal Guards. And then over here, we are just trying to shut down all of these orc archers who came into range trying to destroy our archers. So we're going to charge them with what remains of our wild riders, our Eternal Guard are nearby, and then our war dancers coming in as well. Our glade lord is going to be coming over here and chasing them down as well. Now that the leadership has been destroyed, they do still have this orc shaman out here, so we got to take care of that too. This unit is now out of arrows because it's shot most of its arrows into the front of our Eternal Guard, who have a very high missile block chance, so I was okay with that. Our war dancers over here is actually losing one-on-one against the orc biggin, which now I know that matchup because I haven't tested that out before. Hit the orc war boss with an arrow of Chronos ability, and we are just continuing to try and chase down the archer units with our war dancers and wild riders, and getting our skirmishing units over here to try and support this fight against the biggins in our left flank because it is going to fall here soon. My war dancers who were chasing the archers are going to slam into the back of these orc boys, and we're going to make them routes. My micro is spread so thin that my glade lord is now chasing a mangy marauder unit that has no ammunition and is on skirmishing mode. So there you go. My micro is stretched to the max. I'm making micro mistakes, but hey, we are actually going to net a victory here against the greenskins. So good game to my opponent, good, and hope you all enjoyed that one. I really love skirmishing playstyle from the wood elves, and with the buffs to all of their range, holy crap, man. You know, glade guard with 180 range is really high. Obviously I did not have any of those in this battle, but I'll bring them in at some point. For the kill count, 41 in the glade lord is pretty high. Our Eternal Guard traded really well against the just basic orc boys because of their high leadership, higher armor, and very high melee defense. The war dancers, this one killed the orc boy biggin and a couple orc boys. This one again was losing the fight against the one group of orc biggins, so there you go. Know that going in. If you want to charge war dancers against biggins, maybe it's not the best idea. The Deepwood scouts got some decent damage. The wild riders kind of mismicroed, but still got some decent damage in. And then the glade riders spent a lot of their ammunition on the orc war boss, so their actual kill count isn't that high. Also, since they have lower accuracy, not an ideal, again, to target a single unit, but I really wanted him dead. For the orc unit, again, the orc boys did not really trade favorably into the Eternal Guard. The biggins did slightly better. The arrows just got shut down by wild riders over and over and over again. And then the orc boy biggins did manage to net 12 kills against our wild riders, but we have netted them. I believe we netted both biggin groups at some point, and then just focused them down with archer fire and charging them in. So didn't get to do too much. And then the squig herds, who have been nerfed a lot in the last patch, didn't really get to do much. In fact, the one squig herd got murdered by just an Eternal Guard unit. Just a very basic Eternal Guard actually managed to fight them off and an Orc boy at the same time. So, yeah, they've been weakened here a little bit. The Marauder group here, 24 kills is not bad. And then the Hammer Agoric, accurate as hell, just getting 53 kills against my Wild Riders. So that was really good on the Hammer Agoric. So getting a good game to P90 Master. And let's go check a cinematic view of this battle. These puppies are about to get an awakening call here. There's that Hammer Agoric. It's so accurate, man. So accurate. Woo! And then they're like, nope. Nope. We no longer like what's going on here. Although they're so fast, we didn't miss a lot of shots there. Then we got the Orc Arrow boys. Just really surprised. They brought 2 Orc Arrow boys against a Wood Elf unit, or army. Because with Glade Guard, again, I didn't bring them, but with Glade Guard, they can just murder the Orc Arrow boys and not have to worry about Orc Arrow boys murdering them. Ooh, she took a couple of shots to the chest. Ugh, and her horse. Oh my god. Look at all those arrows in the horse's face. Oh man. Run, Wild Riders! Run! I should have netted the Orc Boy Biggins, not the Rusty Errors. That's what I should have netted. And then the Miss Micro of sending the other unit, who was already at half strength due to the Hammer Agoric. That Hammer Agoric, man. These are one of the fastest cav in the game, and the Hammer Agoric, like, never missed when they were moving. I guess it missed there. Alright, I lied. It missed. Poor elf. Now just being trampled. Really cool how they fire in melee like that. Just a quick turnaround, boom, shot in the face. Really cool. Yeah, the infantry fight hasn't started yet, but we do have our leaders fighting. Man, that war boss is so much bigger than the Glade Lord. Whoop. And we got our Eternal Guard to come in here and support. Get him! I think the War Dancers should be coming soon. Nice flanking shots there. Oh, they're up here. Then I think they charge to these backs. Yeah. War Dancers are so cool. Hit him in the backs. Chop off their heads. Yeah. Don't fuck with the war dancers. The flank charge! There goes the wall from the Orc War Boss. And then there's the routing War Boss. Oh, I forgot I withdrew our line temporarily. Just trying to kite the enemy. Run! They're right on your butt. No! No! Man, these poor boy biggins. Netted in place and just massacred. Again, their stats suck if they don't get a charge off. They need that charge. Those war dancers are so brutal. Man, these Orc Arrow boys still have some huge weapons. Holy crap. Choppas. Sorry, they're choppas. And so yeah, there goes that squid curtain. And again, like the Eternal Guard just kind of fight them off by themselves. I think the Squig Riders are going to be your best bet now. Squig Herds just, I don't know, man. They seem kind of weak. I haven't done many tests with the new Squig Herd yet. I can't say for sure. They seem really weak now. War Dance is just going all over the place. And then this was the War Dance group that was losing to the Biggins. And there I just popped their defensive buff because I noticed they were losing. So now they have at least plus 20 melee defense. That could... I wonder if they had that up the whole time. I'll have to try that next time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the battle, everybody. I will see you all in the next battle. Take care.